Well, so the deal is, I'm gonna need an 1.5" socket to get that off. This is the Compensator Sprocket, and a lot of times these loosen up when when you get on it a little hard or something, trying to keep up with your buddies that have like much more horsepower than you. Anyways, the worst case scenario is I open this up and it's all tore up, beat to shit in there. The best case scenario is that I put my little lock on here and this nut's loose. And if this nut's loose, you know, I'll tear it apart and look for wear, but if there's no wear, it's just simply I broke the nut loose getting on it. And that's what's making a little clonk clonk sound. It sounds like a damn rod bearing, but it's not a rod bearing, it's a fucking compensator. These things kind of suck. So I set the camera up, so I wanted you guys to see what I experienced here. Since I don't have an 1.5" socket, I'm just gonna put a crescent on it. If I can break this loose with a crescent wrench, I'm just gonna put this in here, and it's gonna prevent, you know, the motor and everything from turning. It's gonna lock the chain up. You can buy these for about $8 online. I'm gonna use a crescent wrench. Don't use a crescent wrench to do anything really tight. If it breaks right loose, then yay. So, lock that in there, give it a little tug, and look at that shit. Motherfucker's loose. It's supposed to have 165 to 180 foot-pounds of torque on it. So, there you go. I'll take some more pictures when I tear that apart. But, motherfucker's loose. Motherfucker's loose. Motherfucker's loose. Motherfucker's loose. Slight distraction here. So now I've got it just about loose. Want to let you see this again. Gonna have to recheck that torque spec on that. 180 sounds a little high, but we'll see. This is the backing plate with the spring in it. That's a spring in there. This is the compensator. If it was bad, you'd see a lot of wear and tear. I don't see any wear and tear. This looks really good. Look at that. Very nice. A little bit of wear. We're going to center that up really good, and then we're going to clean that out with some contact cleaner. We're going to clean those threads with some contact cleaner. We're going to look up the torque spec. We're going to put some red Loctite on there. We're going to torque that baby back on at its torque spec. We're going to check our chain tension. And we're going to put this guy back together with a new gasket, of course. Fill it back up with some oil. Get out there on the road and do some riding. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart, and I'm going to slide the gear out. I'm going to look at the little alternator cover, make sure it's in good shape. I'm going to make sure that the sleeve that this rides on, it sits on the spline of the shaft. I'm going to make sure that's in good shape, and I'm going to do that before I do the Loctite and lockdown. Guys, check this out.
compensating sprocket nut, 75 foot-pounds. Take a look at 6.9. So tighten compensating sprocket nut to 75 foot-pounds. Remove the locking tool. Tighten the sprocket shaft nut an additional 45 to 50 degrees maximum. Right here.
Alright, so this is interesting. So that first mark, that's 75 foot-pounds of torque. Trying to get the extra 50 degrees would be here. Currently, I'm here, and I'm at 165 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a squeeze and call it good. So actually, this thing is torqued about 165, 170 foot-pounds. Well, shit. Who would have thought? So, forums, people, mechanics, are telling me torque this thing 165 to 180 foot-pounds. Harley says 75 foot-pounds. I go, heart attack. Good thing I read that. Then it says plus maximum of 50 degrees. So by the time I got done torquing at 75 foot-pounds plus about 30 degrees, I'm almost at 180 foot-pounds. Is that normal? I don't know. But there it is. Cheers.
Alright, back to the manual. We're looking for primary chain case cover screws. 108 to 120 inch-pounds. Special sequence to tighten, 6-3. There's your sequence. Pretty straightforward, kind of a